So for the Petha, this is the ash god that is used. I have taken some. You have to remove the seeds, discard the seeds, and also remove this soft part that is there. You will get that little bit of soft part. You have to remove that also, and then peel it, remove this outer skin. And cut it into pieces into the size you would like. So I'm keeping it not very big, because when it is too big you're tempted to eat. Okay, now after I have done this, this is about, I think, 1/2 kg of ash god. Okay, so now you have to do is, you have to take a fork and you have to pierce each piece. So you will take each piece and you will poke it with the fork. Nicely poke it. Okay. So it's better to do it on a plate or something. It would be more better. Poke it on all sides. Okay. I have poked all those pieces. If you can see the dots, I have poked all of them with the fork. And now I have taken some clean water. I'm going to wash this once. Drain off the water. And I'm going to take some more water to cover it, just to cover it. Okay. To that I'm going to add, I think this is a tablespoon or 1 big teaspoon. This much quantity of tuna. This is lime, what we eat in the pan. What they use for pan. This is that. I'm going to mix this up and leave it, submerge all the pieces into the lime water. See that the lime is nicely. I'm going to just cover it, and I'm going to keep it for 8 to 10 hours. Lime will make these pieces firm. This is very soft now to touch. Lime will make it firm. You have to soak it in this for at least 8 hours. Minimum 8 hours. So I have soaked this in lime, that is the tuna, what we say, in this for about 8 hours, and now you can see the pieces are become hard. The pieces are become hard. So now I will wash it thoroughly. This lime has to go thoroughly. Either you wash it under running water or you wash it in 2-3 waters. You keep changing the water, but it has to be taken out very, very nicely. You can wash it through running water also, so that the lime comes out totally. So you can see this water, the lime water, and I'm going to rinse this water again. From here I'm going to put it in this, and then again 2 or 3 more waters, at least 3 to 4 waters you have to change. I have drained all this in a colander. I washed it about 5 to 6 times and I have drained it, and this must be about, say, 750 grams of pumpkin. It must be 750 definitely. So you can see I've cut it into medium sized bits, and now to that I'm going to add 1 cup of sugar. 1 cup of sugar. See, some of them add water in it, but if you add water, what happens is the pumpkin will also give the ash god will also leave out a lot of water. So it's better not to add water. Keep it on slow heat and keep stirring it constantly till the syrup thickens. Okay, so you keep stirring it. The sugar will melt, the water from the ash god will also leave it will get a little bit watery after some time, and it will continue cooking. You have to keep cooking it and see when your ash god is cooked, when it is soft. So I'll keep stirring it for 5 minutes and you can see the liquid, so much of liquid from the pumpkin. Okay, now this is about 750 grams of pumpkin, so ash god. So we put 1 cup of sugar. We need to put another half cup of sugar. So we will put that sugar now. Once that sugar is, so again half a cup of sugar. I will put a little less. And I will check for the sweetness and then I will add more. So you can also do that. If you just don't want it too sweet, you can add less sugar. But Petha is Petha. It has to be sweet. My favorite. And I continue stirring this for another 10 minutes. You can see the amount of water. That's why I said don't put water. Some recipes say put water, but I go with this. This water is sufficient to cook on slow fire. See that your pieces are submerged in this syrup. This is plain sugar syrup with the water from the pumpkin, which will eventually keep getting dry. You can see the amount of water that has come out, right? After not adding any water. So if you add water, it's simply just taking more time to cook this pumpkin and more time to get that water dry. So we will continue stirring it. Don't leave it, keep stirring it till the sugar syrup gets thick to that 1 string syrup. We leave it like this for 5-6 hours. Let the ash god soak in this syrup. So we will cover it with a lid. So we will cover it and switch the flame off. So whole night I left this ash god in the syrup, and now I'm again going to cook it on slow flame and let it cook continuously till the syrup thickens up. You know, you will know when it is time to remove it out, when at the side you will get that crystallized sugar, you know, it starts getting a little caramelized and whitish. So you know that, okay, now it's the time you can remove it out, and as it dries it will get crystallized. So this is till that time we will keep cooking it on low flame. At this point I'm going to add a little bit of cardamom powder. You can also add kevra essence, but then again that's just essence, so it's not better to put something which is natural. So I prefer putting cardamom powder. So just half a teaspoon of cardamom powder. So this is 1 teaspoon of cardamom powder, but it has a lot of husk, so I'm going to have a little bit of, see, this stays back, so this goes back into my jar for tea. And over here is just about half a teaspoon of the essence. The flavor of cardamom, the aroma of cardamom is superb. So I'm going to keep cooking this for, I think it's going to take me another 10 to 15 minutes. So we'll come back later. So you can see the syrup is getting thickened. Now I'm going to add just a pinch of green color. You saw I added very little. We will see, because we just want it just very pale green. So I think this is enough, and I'm going to continue cooking this for another 5 minutes, not 5 minutes, maybe 2 more minutes. I will let you know. This color is optional, you can keep it white, but I just like the color little bit. You can see the sugar syrup has thickened up considerably, and you can see the okay. And I told you, see at this side, can you see this side here? It's getting white. So this is the indication that the syrup is become okay. Now I'm going to take out these pieces and I'm going to separate it on a, you can put it on the baking, on that drip tray, but I don't have the oven here, so I don't have the drip tray. So I'm just going to take the pieces and put it on this strainer. I'm going to just line it around the strainer. I will show it to you all. So you can see all the sides. If I get my dish, you can see all the sides are getting white. It's getting, the sugar is getting thicker. So at this point I'm going to remove it out now, and I'm going to spread it on that, so that extra syrup seeps down into the dish. So I'm going to take out the pieces, just keep them a little far from each other, and because it has syrup, it will stick to the sides, so it will stay. So like that you take out all the pieces. See that you put a drip tray down because some syrup will fall. So you can see I have just separated all the pieces. I have kept one at the side to cool because I want to taste and I want to show you all. See, I forgot to tell you all this part, that you need to check it before little. It's easy, it's cooked. You can see it's very nicely cooked. Perfectly cooked. So it took me about 20 minutes on slow medium flame. Perfectly cooked. Now I will leave this in the under the fan to dry for at least one whole day, and then I will see. It will get crispy. It will be very, it will move easily. Once it is dry, this will just all come together. So I will show you all that next process. While this is getting dried, there is some sugar syrup here. Just add some sour lime and little bit of salt and pepper and make a juice. So here you can see I finished eating half of it before. The petha is nicely dried. It took me 2 days under the fan, and perfect petha ready. It's so tempting, very tempting. So please try it out, like and subscribe to my channel.